Not seen you in years.
Can I get everybody's attention? We're going to start the Board of Mayor and Aldermen March 7th, 2017 regular meeting. Seeing it's 7 o'clock. As mayor, it's my duty to enforce order. Officer Call and Fessmeyer is the sergeant of arms and will assist in maintaining order. Unless you are recognized by me and granted permission to speak, you are not to address the board or otherwise make any verbal noises that can be heard by any member of the board during these procedures. If you do so, you may declare you out of order. If you proceed after being declared out of order, your conduct will be deemed a substantial interference with these proceedings. Thereupon, you will be removed from these chambers. You may also face criminal charges pursuant to TCA 39-17-306. It is my sincere hope that everyone participating in these procedures will conduct themselves in a polite manner with respect shown to all regardless of disagreement. I call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. The prayer is with Alderman Jones, and the Pledge of Allegiance is with Alderman Brown. Please stand.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to turn over the mic to Mr. Cranston Gentry for prayer.
Would everybody please bow their heads as we go to our Heavenly Father in prayer. Dear God, we want to thank you for this beautiful day you've given us, and thank you for the blessing of the rain that we've had today. I want to thank you for letting all these hardworking men and women get to this meeting safely tonight, and I ask that you bless us with safe travels on our way home as we depart this evening. I want to ask that your wisdom, integrity, and honesty are with all these men and women throughout this meeting tonight. And please bless us and let us have a good day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Face the flag.
I'd like the Cub Scouts Pack 340 to help lead the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving down to order of business, we need to approve the minutes for February the 7th, 2017, public hearing and regular meeting. Motion to approve.
Make a motion to accept as submitted.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a second, Mayor.
I'll second.
Need a second? Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And everybody is in favor of the minutes for February 7th, 2017, public hearing, and the regular meeting is approved. We're moving on down to department reports. Fire department, Ricky.
Mayor, Alderman, the month of February 2017, we had a total of 247 calls. They consisted of 2 structure fires, 23 fire alarms, 1 vehicle fire, 3 grass fires, 2 hazardous materials calls, 24 motor vehicle accidents, 175 medical calls, 2 canceled en route, 15 miscellaneous calls, 991 hydrant refurbishments, and 23 fire inspections to date. The average response time for the month of February 2017 was 3.3 minutes, and the total water consumption for the month of February 2017 was 4,000 gallons. Any questions?
Thank you, Ricky.
Yes,
Moving
thank
on
you.
to police. Chief Walker.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Alderman, you've got the reports there. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to entertain any questions whatsoever. But there's a special young man in the crowd tonight, and I'm going to ask, Coach, if you will you all come up? Come up here with him. Tell them what this young man did. You all know my support and affinity for LHS students. I'm there an awful lot throughout the year for various events. Several of them, of course, I have a personal interest in, especially softball and volleyball, but other events too, and things there with the school, with the mock trial team, with the criminal justice classes, etc. But there's a young man that has really excelled this year in one particular event. I'm going to let Coach introduce himself and this young man that's back here with him so that you all can see.
How are you today? My name is Jeremy Stansberry. I'm a head swim coach at Vergne High School. Been there for 7 years. This is the first time I've actually had a student athlete that has gone through, has won the county championship, first time from Vergne High School. Won the 50, was it 50 free and the 100 free and 100 fly in that event. Went to regionals, finished in the top 10 in 2 events. That was at the regionals. Then he went to UT Knoxville, qualified for state in 6 events, competed in 2, and was in the top 50 in both of those events he competed in. Went down to Auburn and competed in the Southeastern Championship and won the 50 free and the 100 fly. And then you are going to sectionals. When's that? Next weekend he'll be going to North Carolina to swim in the sectionals. And then if you finish in the top finals in that one, the junior nationals, is that what's next? The futures. So, and he's done all this as a freshman. And this young man, his name is Telly Coleman Jr.
All right, Telly, you've got 2 minutes to say something.
Well, I'd like to start off by thanking all of you for supporting me in my career as a freshman at Vergne High School. And it's just a process, and I look to build upon my successes and maybe bring a state championship home to Vergne and to LHS.
I can't do any better than that.
And just another accomplishment that's even better, in my opinion, that he makes all A's. If it wasn't for both of the coaches, Coach Stansberry, who coaches the high school team, and also Coach Garrett, who coaches a year-round team, also based in Vergne, that he just started swimming 3.5 years ago. So,
Wow.
And Coach Garrett is the one who taught him how to swim. Coach Stansberry is the one who donated his time and energy to Vergne Middle School when he didn't have to teach him a lot of the fundamentals, and he just progressed from there on. So we have a lot of people who are interested in swimming in Vergne High School and the Vergne community. And if it wasn't for these 2 people here, Coach Stansberry and Coach Garrett, who also need the praise and attention, because if it wasn't for them, then he wouldn't be here standing here today too. And they're both representatives of Vergne City, and no matter where they go throughout the state, throughout the Southeastern, they are representing this city proud. And I would just like to thank them as well.
I've said many, many times there are a lot of good people who live here in this city, there are a lot of really good kids that go to our schools here in the city of Laverne, even though they're county schools. And especially a lot of good kids, and as you see, smart kids. I know another one that's a sophomore so far, so you keep it up, Telly. Another one at my house that's still hanging in there with hers, but I think you all understand that. You all know that. I just hope everybody else understands and knows it, and I felt like this young man needed to be recognized tonight, and I appreciate you for doing that. Any questions on anything?
Go Wolverines.
Thank you.
Chief,
Go Rings.
Chief, the grant,
Pardon me?
the grant.
Oh, the grant, I'm sorry. One thing, we've already got the money and the stuff, but we had a grant that was supposed to come, it was
October, I think.
October, yeah, and it slipped through the cracks, and because of some things that occurred at that period of time, but you need to understand that we have a JAG grant that has funded 8 new tasers. We already have those. They're already out there, and our personnel are already carrying them. But you all need to know about that, and if you've got any questions, I'll be glad to answer it. They were 100% funds. We were told initially we could go ahead and request those, and we did because they were 100%. So all we got to do is just make sure you all are aware of it and the public knows. So it's on the record now, and that should suffice for everything we needed to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Moving down to codes, Randolph.
Evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman. The monthly report for February 2017, there were 18 single-family dwelling permits at a tune of about 3.7 million. There were 8 commercial at just over 1.2 million. There were 10 miscellaneous permits, 4 sign permits, 3 gradings, 3 others to include additions and remodels, 2 mobile home, 7 commercial plan review. Our total monthly revenue was $25,411.50. There were 18 single-family dwelling plumbing permits, and there were 4 commercial mechanical permits. There were 19 single-family dwelling, 5 commercial. The complaints for the month were 3 tall grass, believe it or not, in February, but it is grass. Grass is already beginning to show its head. Junk cars in the yards, there were 31, 74 other. The building inspections for the month were 312. Our impact fees, monthly revenue with impact fees was $60,297.50. Year-to-date totals, it is $394,430. Total number of single-family permits issued year-to-date are 31. Same time period last year, there were 15. Total number of permits year-to-date are total 94. Anyone have any questions? Thank you, Randolph. Thank you.
AC.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman. There are numbers for the month. We've had quite a bit of stuff going on with the library over there, and spent a lot of time over there. We got a Parks Advisory Committee meeting coming up on March 20th at 6 p.m. We had a Greenway Committee meeting. We moved that to the 21st. That's a typo up there, and it will be at 6 p.m. as well. Senior Citizens Advisory Committee meeting will be at March 16th at 4 p.m. Projects at the library. You just got to take a second and sing the praises of David and the guys. They have done an outstanding job over there. And if y'all haven't been over there, you're going to be surprised when it's finished. It's going to look like a brand new library. We upgraded the LED lights to the main part of the library, replaced the old backflow, modified existing plumbing for new backflow, relocated reference desk and modified it. Donald's been wanting to get that thing turned for a long time, and this was the opportunity for us to do that. And the guys purchased wood, unfinished wood, and stained it and put a lacquer on it, and then built that wall, that 8-foot wall over there. I'll have pictures of that in my presentation for Thursday. You'll see what it is. It looks fantastic. They did a fantastic job. Some of our upcoming events, we have a drive-in movie in the park on March 24th, and the movie will be Sing. And there'll be vendors there selling popcorn and things like that. And then April 8th is the Easter egg hunt at 10 a.m. And if y'all want to see about 8,000 eggs disappear in 30 seconds, come on out. Any questions?
Thank you, AC. Moving on to finance, Phyllis.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Alderman, Vice Mayor. Tonight's financial report is up through the end of January, which we're 7 months into our fiscal year. For the general fund, revenues have exceeded expenditures by approximately $1.7 million. Local sales tax is up compared to budget by $913,000, and sales tax is up compared to prior year by $652,000. State street aid revenues have exceeded expenditures by approximately $61,000. In stormwater, revenues have exceeded expenditures by approximately $195,000. And in our water sewer fund, revenues have exceeded expenditures by approximately $2.7 million. The second page is our balances in our various bank accounts. Third page is comparison to prior year. In the general fund, revenues are up $758,000. Expenses are up $51,000. Water sewer fund revenues are up $671,000. Expenses are up $12,000, and tap fees are up $429,000. And I looked today, with sales tax, I think we are about $200,000 to $300,000 off of a budget. So we've pretty much collected, the most of our property taxes. I'm sorry. So we're rocking and rolling. Any questions?
Any questions for Phyllis? Thank you, Phyllis. Moving on to library, Donna.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman, good evening. These are the statistics for February 1st through the 14th. Attendance in the library, 3,682. We issued 62 new library cards. We circulated 4,469 items, and we had 1,344 computer users. During those 14 days, we had 26 programs with an attendance of 340. If you will look to the second half of the page, that's February 15th. I would like to say that that's an acrylic floor that's very shiny, but it's not. That's carpet with 2 inches of water with rivers flowing through the library. That was one time that my heart just totally stopped when I stepped into 2 inches of water in my office. But with the help of the Calvary, that I like to call them, our city admin team, Parks and Recreation, Public Works, Streets, Fleet, Codes, Stormwater, and many others, they came into the library. They immediately got carts. We needed to get those shelves out of the water. No books were damaged. No computers were damaged. We had water in one computer, Glenn, but no. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, awesome. Okay, so it worked. So no books and no computers were damaged. And none of our shelves were damaged thanks to all of these people who came in, and they moved over 35,000 books and audios and videos within a 5-hour period, along with all of these heavy shelves, and I think some of them are still feeling those shelves. At this point, I just want to say thank you so much. We could not have done it without them. Our library staff had bags on their feet, ready to get into the water to save the books. But like I said, we had the Calvary, and it's appreciated. Parks and Rec, AC gave you a little bit about what all they've been doing. Just hearing it is nothing like seeing it. I would love for you all to come over and see the progress of the library. Right now, we are all dried out and dehumidified. There's painting going on. As AC said, the reference desk is turned. Children's inventory is well underway. We needed to have some projects for our staff to do, so they are inventorying the children's department. We're looking forward, hopefully, to some new carpet and a new HVAC, hopefully, right? Just a reminder, I'm just going to leave it right there on the table. No, I appreciate the support that the board has given. Many of you have come over, and
pat me on the back, and a couple of you have helped me wipe a few tears away, and it's appreciated. Just a reminder right now that all story times, obviously, and special events are canceled. The American Girl Tea Party that our girls and some of our little boys look forward to every year, we did have to cancel that. That was supposed to be this coming Saturday. We are going to do that in August. So we will be celebrating Melody in August. Okay, tentative reopening, and this is very tentative. This depends upon many factors of getting an H back in, getting the shelves back in, getting things where it belongs. The second week of May. That seems like an eternity for all of us, but we're going to be very busy during that time. We will keep everyone all, up on the progress. Please go to our Facebook page, the city website. Rachel is fantastic. She's got Channel 2 that's going to come out possibly Thursday to do a progress of the library. And so we're going to keep everyone all updated. But again, it showed that day the camaraderie, the coming together of every one of us in here. And if you were a part of that library that day, or if you've come over and seen us, would you please stand up? Because I really appreciate, guys, stand up. And there's many, Kyle was there, Jason, Melissa, Bruce. I mean, Cheryl bought pizza for us that day, and that pizza never tastes so good. So, and I didn't mean to keep going on, but it really struck home with all the staff. We sometimes feel like that we're over there just kind of by ourselves, even though we see a lot of people. And I think we've even been referred to sometimes as Oz. And so people came out of Kansas, though, and they came to Oz, and they rescue us. And I kind of felt like a little munchkin that day, because I didn't really know where to go. I wanted to follow the yellow brick road, but it was underwater, So really appreciate every one of you all very, very much. And we will reopen, and it's going to be awesome. It really is. It's going to look great. So thank you. Any questions after that long dissertation? Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Donna. Moving on to water treatment, Thomas.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman, Bruce. Thank you for this opportunity to present our monthly summary of January of this year. The water treatment plant delivered 128 million gallons for its customers. Of that, 7.5 million came from our reclaimed water. Everything was pretty normal around the lake and the tank areas. Rainfall is still below normal for the year. Monthly compliance, our TOC, we started the long-term 2 enhancement testing in October of last year. We're looking for cryptosporidium in the water. It's going well. Our flushing team didn't do anything in January because of weather, mainly. They'll be out and about next coming few weeks again. Our bacteriological lab for the month of January didn't have any new line samples or fixed line samples for distribution. Our backflow team visited 55 sites for inspections in January. One of the bigger accomplishments we did in January, towards the end of it, was to replace our raw effluent meter. It was a big job. We was shut down totally at the plant from treating water for about 7, almost 8 hours, but the system held steady, our storage system, and got a brand new shiny meter in. It's working well. During the month, we had 4 pressure complaints and 1 other complaint. A customer was concerned about water spots that it was leaving from our pleasantly hard water here. Our month of maintenance was just under $20,000, which left just right under $1,300, which was credited to invoice for the year. But we started over February 1st again. Health and safety, we didn't have any incidents, any lost time. Our safety training for the month was on personal protective equipment. And we as of now, we're up to full staff again with our 10 employees there. And that's about all I have.
Thank you, Thomas. Moving on to Public Works, Garland.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Alderman. This will be the report for February. We had a total of 483 brush pickups, 59 loads, and over 107,000 pounds. 402 hours for the workhouse program, 105 work orders with, I think it's the wrong way, I think it's supposed to be 28 hours overtime with 7 callbacks. In the fleet department, we had 52 total vehicle repairs, 45 in-house, 7 outsourced, with 19 oil changes, 11 sets of tires, 6 brakes, and equipment repair was 9. And a lot of that was getting our equipment ready for the grass season, just going over it and everything, replacing some things. Any questions?
Thank you, Garland. Utility department, are you going to do?
Yes, sir.
utilities? Okay.
This is for the month of 2017. We had a total of 120 work orders, 39 new meter sets, 129 one calls. I had 2 mainline breaks, 12 service lines with 13,975 gallons not sold, with a total of overtime of 59.5 hours. The sewer department, total work orders was 129. Service call orders was 96. Pump station work orders was 33. They had 9 final grinder pump inspections and 38 manhole inspections. They rebuilt 11 grinder pumps in-house with a total of 59.7 hours of overtime. Any questions?
Thank you, Garland. Moving on to Human Resources, Cheryl.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman. I'm delighted to present the report for Human Resources. We had 1 external job posted with 54 applicants, 2 actual new hires, 1 resignation, 2 terminations, 2 worker comp claims, 1 liability claim, 123 care here appointments, 3 no-shows, 339 lives as far as covered enrollment, 5 HRAs conducted, 1 short-term disability claim for a total claim dollar amount of $175,933. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
That ends the department reports. We're going to move right into the consent agenda. Need a motion to approve or deny the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve.
Need a second? A second. Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. The consent agenda passes 5-0. New business. This is ordinance 2017-03. This is an ordinance to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing the official zoning map for a portion of the tax map 17, parcel 5.01 and 2.12, consisting of 2.24 acres, located along Walden Road, adjacent to 125 Industrial Boulevard, from a C2 Highway Service Commercial Zoning District to a I2 Heavy Industrial Zoning District. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission back on February 28, 2017. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green. I say aye. The ordinance 2017-03 passes on first reading 5-0, and this will have a public hearing next month. Number 5 is an ordinance 2017-04, an ordinance to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing the official zoning map for a portion of tax map 17, parcel 5.01, consisting of 0.19 acres located on Walden Road, adjusted to 125 in International Boulevard, from a I-2 heavy industrial zoning district to a C2 highway service commercial zoning district. This also received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission back on February 28, 2017. I need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve, need a second? Got a second? Any discussion? Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. The ordinance 2017-04 passes 5-0, first reading, and it also will have a public hearing next month. Number 6, it's the ordinance 2017-05. This is the ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2016-2017 general fund budget. This was discussed at workshop. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Make a motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. Ordinance 2017-05 passes 5-0. Moving to number 7, this is a resolution, 2017-05, a resolution of the City of Laverne, Board of Mayor and Aldermen, to declare certain properties owned by the city to be surplus to the city needs and directed disposal of the same. This also was discussed at workshop. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve. Need a second?
I second.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. The resolution 2017-05 passes 5-0. Number 8, resolution 2017-06. This is a resolution to support of the fiscal year 2017 THDA home grant application. This also was discussed at workshop. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Need a second.
I s-
Got a second? Any discussion? Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. Resolution 2017-06 passes 5-0. Number 9, resolution 2017-07, a resolution to amend the drought management plan for the City of Laverne. Need a motion to approve or deny.
Make a motion to approve.
Need a second?
Second.
A second. Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. Resolution 2017-07 passes 5-0. Number 10, a resolution 2017-08. This is a resolution to honor Louise Valance for the distinguished service for the Smyrna Rutherford County Airport Authority. Need a motion to approve this resolution.
Make a motion to approve.
Need a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The resolution 2017-08 passes 5-0. We're down to number 11, that's appoint or remove committee members. A, Construction Board of Adjustment Appeals, one term vacant. Ricky Duffy's off. And we got 3 applicants, Isabella Williams, Greg Stewart, David Schock. They're the 3 applicants we got for the construction board. Need a motion to put one of them on.
I make a motion to approve David Schrock.
Got a motion for David Schrock. Need a second?
Second.
A second. Any discussion? Alderman Cole? Aye. Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. David Schrock is appointed on the construction board 5-0. Now we're down to B, Historic Preservation Advisory Committee. One term is vacant. Carolyn Hickerson, time's up. She wishes not to come back on. And we got 1 applicant, and that's Lucille Long. Need a motion to put Lucille Long on.
I make a motion to approve Lucille Lund.
Need a second? Second. Need a second? Oh, you got a second?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor, let's do a roll call. Alderman, huh?
No.
Did I get a second?
Second.
Okay. Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. Lucille Long is on the Historic Preservation Committee, 5-0. Now we're down to Local Emergency Planning Committee. 2 terms is vacant. Bruce, you want to do this one?
Yes, sir. The 2 positions are one for the fire department and one is an environmental specialist. Staff is recommending that Assistant Chief Chris Clark be appointed for the fire department position and also recommend that we hold off on the environmental specialist because we do not have a company under contract at this time. Whenever we do get a company under contract, we would need a representative from that company to be on this committee as well. So recommendation at this point is to appoint Assistant Chief Clark as the fire department rep.
We got a recommendation to appoint Assistant Chief Chris Clark for the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Need a motion to appoint Chief Clark.
Make a motion to accept Chief Clark.
Got a motion, need a second?
Second.
Alderman Cole?
Aye.
Alderman Brown?
Aye.
Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green? I say aye. Mr. Clark, you on the Emergency Management Committee. 5-0. We're down to the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee. 1 term expires, and let's see, what's that, Bruce? That's Paul or Donahue, and is it 1 term expires or 2?
Yes, sir. The term for Paula Donahue expired at the end of February. She does not wish to remain on this committee. The other term is Grace Murillo. At the last Senior Citizens Advisory meeting, they recommended to this board that she be removed because she no longer lives in the city. So there's 2. The recommendation is to remove her, and you have 1 applicant for either spot, really, with Rachel O'Brien.
Okay, we got 1 applicant, Rachel O'Brien. Need a motion to put Rachel O'Brien on the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee. Need a motion to put Rachel O'Brien on.
Well, we're gonna separate it.
You can do it as 1 motion or 2. It's up
Make
to
a
the
motion to accept Rachel O'Brien and remove Ms. Murillo.
I second the recommendation.
We got a motion on the table to appoint Rachel O'Brien and remove Grace Morella. Need a second?
Second.
Got a second? Alderman Brown,
Aye.
Alderman Jones,
Aye.
Alderman Cole,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Green. I say aye. So Rachel O'Brien, she is on the Senior Citizen Advisory Committee. We're down to,
One question. Mayor, is, to Bruce, they're going to repost for that other position?
Yes, we will put it on Channel 3 and take applications. Yes, sir.
any further questions on the appointment? If not, we're down to Mayor and Alderman comments. Alderman Brown,
No, thank you.
Alderman Jones.
I would like to say, I went by the library on that ominous day, and Donna, you were more like Glenda instead of much, because you took it gracefully. You took it very gracefully. I saw the disappointment in your face, but you took it gracefully.
Are you calling her a witch?
She was the good one.
Wow.
Alderman Cole.
Thank you to all the city employees who helped out with the library. I mean, that's a huge undertaking, so thank you to everybody. And just want to remind everybody to come out to the drive-in at the park on the 24th.
Vice Mayor Green. Want everybody to remember Saturday night to set your clocks up this time. You spring forward, but you lose an hour of sleep. And it's a good time to check your batteries and your smoke detectors. Remember Laverne Rescue Squad Saturday morning. They're having a country ham breakfast from 6 to 10, and that's at 141 Gamble Lane. That's right behind the Civic Auditorium, right off the Old National Highway. And our hearts and our prayers go out to the family that was involved and in the training bus wreck accident in Biloxi, Mississippi. It was a tragedy. I don't know exactly how many was really injured, but our prayers need to stay with them. And nothing else, I call this meeting adjourned.